Draft available. It is the Final Fantasy set. Oh. Oh, do I dare go for it? I started with Insane, yeah. It's interesting, losing all your money whenever you lose, and also everything having more HP. More tedious than anything. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, let's go for it. I do have a gold challenge coin. Yeah, let's go with the gold challenge coin. And we'll enter this. Game? There it goes. Alright. What do we want? Laughing Mad. We could try to go for a Chocobo deck. Adventurer's End is pretty useful just in general. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. Okay. Elixir's pretty decent as well. Is it drafting against bots? Yeah. I think my best bet is to go for a Chocobo thing, probably red. Search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it onto your hand, and then shuffle. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with the landfall, and you can flashback this so you can play it multiple times. I think I'll go with this. Coral Sword. I know Quinn is pretty useful because I use them in my arena deck. Dire Rat. I'm gonna have to remember that exists. Just in general. Search your library for a land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Whenever a land you own enters, another creature gets 2/2 and trample until the end of the turn. Seems like it would be pretty good if we're going for a green-red thing. Cactar, ride the shoot buff. Chocobo Kick. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to a target creature an opponent controls. If this was kicked, deals twice that much damage. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. That could be pretty good with the Adventurer's End, if I'm being completely honest. We can also grab something to destroy target artifact, enchantments, or creatures. Control, create a 2/2 green bird token. That's pretty damn good too, honestly. I'll be honest, it's kind of good. We are drafting against bots. The last time I tried to do one of these drafts, I got kicked. I got completely destroyed. We'll go with the racetrack. I know Haste Magic is pretty good. Fat Chocobo. 2/2, and then everything has trample until the end of the turn. Prowess. Attacks create a black wizard token. Create a black wizard token with, okay. I like haste. I like haste magic because it gives me a little bit of deck control. But I think I'll go with Fat Chocobo because it does kind of fit the bird thing we got going on so far. Tifa. Thunder magic. There's a town. 2 damage to target, 4 damage, or 8 damage. I haven't experimented with these like tiered spells yet. Realm Sketches is pretty good, but it's outside of the mana type that we're going for. I think we'll go with Tifa, if nothing else, to see if we can keep her after the draft is over. I'll take another Call the Mountain Chocobo. Adventurer's End would be really nice to have, honestly. I think we'll go with that. Ooh, Warrior of Light. Every mana type? What? Get plus X is a number of legendary creatures. Okay. I never noticed this card from the new set. Maybe I missed it. Everything else doesn't quite fit what we're going for, so we're just gonna go for a forest. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards with flashback. I've used something similar to this called Seize the Prize, which is pretty damn good for deck control. At the same time, I do kind of want another one of these. We could use a ring here to mana ramp. It's 4 mana, adds 2 mana per turn. Or we can go for Gallows Final Act. I guess there's a lot of stuff that would be useful here. Yeah, those cards are cool art, are reprints, but they've been given like a Final Fantasy name. Yeah. I think I remember seeing like something like yeah, I have seen that already. Ristic Study has one of those currently. Until the end of the turn, target creature gets 1/0, and when this creature dies, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. Or do I go for mana ramp? I think mana ramp is the way to go. And we'll take the airship crash as well, just to help suppress haste magic, because I know that that's pretty useful. Although 3/2 warrior. No, I'll take the haste magic. And we will take the land and Blazing Bomb. And that's the first pack down. Let's see here. Another ring. The other side quest for Chocobos. Yoshol rings. And another fat Chocobo. Yoshol greens. Excuse me, I can't speak. I think we take the side quest. I know that this one is probably like what the AI. We're definitely going to be seeing this. The AI use this one. Balthier and Fran. Oh, counterspell. Vehicles you control get 1/1 and have vigilance and reach. Whenever a vehicle crewed by these two attack, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, you may pay 3 mana. If you do after this phase, there's an additional combat. Could go for this Chocobo. I know this one is really powerful if you give it the right stuff. I'm torn between this and Balthier. I think Balthier and Fran really work if we have like a vehicle, which we do not. So we're going for the Chocobo. I've used this one already a little bit. It's pretty decent. It has a tap plus a mana to exile creatures and cards in general to generate food tokens. Pretty useful, honestly. Although it's not the best way to go about doing that thing, which is exiling things. Instant Ramen. Draw a card when it enters, sacrifice to gain 3 life. Oh, they did add the sandworm. I was thinking, like, are they going to add the sandworm? Like, leading up to the release. When this creature enters, destroy target land. Its controller may search for a library for a basic land and put it on the battlefield. It's okay. We can get another one of these. Might be worth. Lunatic Pandora. surveils and destroy target non-land permanent, so it's a little bit of suppression. Oh crap. Nothing in the colors that we want, so we'll take a magic pot. No, we'll take a monk's fist first. And we got Chocobo Kick, Balam T Rexar, and the Scout. You control to its owner's hand. Equal to its power. Okay. Enters, you gain 3 life, has 4 cycling and trample. We'll go with Chocobo Kick, because it kind of synergizes with everything we're doing. Also, multiple Sids in this little set. You may discard a card if you do draw a card, and... okay. We'll go with Ifrit. Poo-Poo's pretty decent. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So if I've already used up all of my like land drops during a turn, I could tap this to put down another land. There's also Iron Giant, the Scout. That's about it in the colors that we want. Let's go with the Scout actually. Target creature gets 3/3 and gains trample until the end of the turn. That could be pretty good, especially since we have Tifa. We'll take another ring because we want the mana ramp. Got lucky and cut a Cactar as well. At the beginning of your end step, if this creature didn't enter the battlefield this turn, return it to the owner's hand. And I guess Blazing Bomb, Magic Pot. We'll go with an island because there's no way to get anything else out here, and that, yeah. And we're on to our 3rd pack, so we're almost done drafting. The AI really likes this card. It you can see the weight that the AI gives each of these cards in the center of the card themselves. Chocobo Kick, Thunder Magic, Warrior Sword. Draw a card, then discard a card. Magitech Infantry. X damage to any target, create a 3/3 or a 2/2 green token. That could be good. As a way to like counteract some things. Another fat Chocobo, we didn't get the last one. More Sid. Surveil, you get 2 life if the spell is cast from the graveyard, transform it. That's not what we want. Oh, you just click it. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, put it into your hand. Add 2 mana. Other creatures you control get 2/2. Yeah, we're getting that. Let's go ahead and get that. I would love to get this, but it doesn't really fit my deck at the moment. You may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas you control. Put a 1/1 counter onto Garnet for each lore counter removed in this way. Damn it, that's really good. If I can keep these cards after this whole draft, that would be very good to have. But I think it's a situation where we need to win the draft. At least one round of the draft to keep these cards. In my graveyard. We don't have very many instants or sorceries, if I remember correctly. We'll take Laughing Mad, actually, because this allows me to, you know, discard and redraw a few things. I like the idea of Gyoshl. Garnet is very good, yes. I do know that Garnet is very good, especially if you have a Saga-based deck. Tifa's Limit Break is also very good. partially because it's a 1 cost plus 2/2 by default, and then it gets even stronger if you have more mana. We could also do this. Not too expensive to get out there in terms of mana. Equal to the number of towns I control. That's not exactly the greatest thing in the world, but the extra blocker is really nice. You may play these until the next turn. 1 or 2 target creatures get 2/0 until the next turn. Okay. I think we're going with the Fat Chocobo. Equipped creature has double strike. Untap it after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Okay. Pretty decent. Especially if you can easily get it out and get it equipped to something that's good. We can get this guy as a mana nerd. Or we can get this for the extra 1/1s put onto our boys. I think I'm going to go with Ride the Shoe Puff. It adds more landfall mechanics for a pretty cheap price, if I'm being completely honest. Adventurer's End, every time I see it, I'm like really tempted to get it. Because it's 2 life, it's counted as a town, it's just generally kind of useful, especially if you have multiple of them. But I think we'll go with the T-Rex just to have a big boy. Ooh, one of my favorite of the new set, Unexpected Request, is you could do some silly shit with it. Gain control of a target creature until the end of the turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste. You may attach an equipment you control to that creature. If you do, unattach it at the beginning of the next end step. Essentially, this allows you to use one of the enemy's creatures against them, and then equip any piece of equipment that you want to them as you're using it against them. So it could be something weak, like a 1/1 piece of equipment, or it could be something really strong, like that Masamune or the Buster Sword or something like that. So essentially it's a free equip to a monster you don't control. It's really, really good. I think I'm gonna grab it though. Yeah. Random encounter. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Shuffle your library, then mill 4 cards. Put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste. At the beginning of the next end step, return those creatures to their owner's hand and flashback. That sounds really good, and it probably is very good because it doesn't mention anything about any limitations on the mana costs for those monsters. So you could technically run 4 of these and do that a bunch of times. Issue, it's really expensive. It's like crazy expensive. But if you can get over that expense and you have something like Cerberus on the field, you could do that multiple times in one turn, which would be pretty silly. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature, blow up. Honestly, just having a 1/1 on the field in general early on would be really nice. Iron Giant is also a pretty decent one if you can cheat its cost, 7 cost. We'll take this because I can see that being pretty good in the right circumstances. Whenever a land you control enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Return target saga card with mana value X from your graveyard to your battlefield. Gains haste. Activate only as a sorcery. We're taking this because it fits my deck relatively well. All those Chocobo summons I got in there. We'll take another Laughing Mad for deck control. We will take Haste Magic. Still kind of wizard you control. Well, we'll take Haste Magic. Opera Love Song is pretty decent. Exile 2 top cards or give a buff to our damage. Yeah. Well, we're taking this because it's red. We'll take this because we have no choice. So We'll do one of each of these. And then... Can I, like... There we go. Feels like that's not very much. 8, 7, 1, 1, 1. I double-clicked this to automatically spread it out. I'll add one more mountain to this. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good draft. A red-green deck that focuses on landfall. Yeah. Got that. We'll see what happens. My goal is to win at least one of these. That's a lot of land. I can make this work. Cool thing is I'm pretty familiar with these cards because I went through that whole process. Oh, and they start with the same amount of HP as me, so it's actually going to be easier than, you know, normal. Okay. If a spell is kicked, deals twice that much damage. We're at 4 mana. We need 2 more on the field before we can deploy this. Cancel. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. Cancel. And this guy is just a wizard. Enters and attacks, draw a card, and discard a card. Enchantment, creature with flying. Okay. If I do the Chocobo kick, I would have to return a land to my hand, which wouldn't be great. So we're just going to hold off and let them continue. God damn it. We could force cycle, but that's not really all that useful if I'm being completely honest. Honestly, we could do Chocobo kick and then double up to kill this boy. And then blow it up. Gets 1-1 or 1-0 equal to its. I mean, it's kind of a waste, but it's a way of going about doing this. And then get rid of his specialty. Get rid of one of these lands. There we go. And then we attack. He didn't block it, that's fine. I'll be honest, he's still winning. He's especially winning because I don't have black mana there. I'm gonna have to start blocking. Yeah. Just a bit too expensive for me at the moment. One more mana and I'll be able to get that dinosaur down, and that'll keep him from attacking for a little bit. So we'll throw that out. Cancel that. Now we throw that out. He countered it. Damn it! We are doomed. Okay. The good thing is it's a best out of 3. So we got a forest to put out the Chocobo. We got this to get the other Chocobo out, and we also have Magic Pot, so should be good to go. For a little bit at least. So our small Chocobo is going to be getting more and more powerful. And the already grown Chocobo is gonna get pretty powerful too. Well, temporarily anyway. Well, there goes a small Chocobo. When he dies, create a treasure token. He can also exile target cards from graveyards. Okay. We're gonna discard the Rex. Just a bit too expensive for me to play at the moment. Got the racetrack, nice. That's actually really good. Sacrifices a creature, we'll get rid of that. Can I get this out? Cool. And then we throw that down, it'll create a new chocobo. Okay. This boy's about to be overwhelmed with birds. Let's go ahead and throw out the fat chocobo. And then the inn, which will heal me slightly. Everyone generated more bird tokens. Also, where did this one come from? Okay, this one came from the fat one. Okay, got it. And then we alpha strike with these. I'm not too worried about losing birds at the moment. Black chocobo came in. When a permanent transform... whenever you land enters, birds you control get +1/0. Select a card from my library. Guess we'll go with Gongaga. Interesting. Oh, also this guy's about to die. With how many we got going out now. But where did that... Oh, when this enters, put a land onto the field. Got it. Okay. When that transforms, rather. Okay, we won that one. Not bad. We got haste, request, the scout, in Rydia. Rydia's kind of weak considering what we got going on, but I mean her landfall mechanic may be actually pretty useful. Also, I think the music stopped, so let me take a quick look into that. Okay. I don't know how audible the music is for you guys. Right, the shoot buff. We don't have any red mana. So I guess we're putting out Ride the Shoop Off. Yeah, there's a red mana. This putting that 1/1 tokens out is really nice. I think we could. We could force him to take some hits from this. Or we can grab Rydia. Rydia's not that good for this situation, though. Let's do the bomb. And then we attack with this. It's gonna be a race, actually, because he has 2 flying units. We're gonna put the bit right there. I'm gonna steal his boy. Attack with everything. He has 9 HP left. It's getting a little bit more cautious. We're gonna throw out this. Makes this 5/4. We don't have enough mana for that. Sacrifice, it deals damage equal to its power to a target creature, only as a sorcery. Next turn I could haste magic this, and then blow it up to take out one of the flyers. If I attack with this, it will probably kill the relentless X-Hat thing. Yeah. And they don't have enough damage to be lethal. Getting rid of Rydia, she's less important. I don't have enough mana for this. I don't have enough mana for that either. Does this add trample? No, it doesn't. And this bird doesn't have trample either. This bird doesn't have trample either. I lose this one. Very unfortunate. Okay, well. Fin booster. So I didn't get the deck that I came up with there, by the way. All I got was a booster from the set. Still nice, but not what we're looking for. We got Brynhilder, Zac, one of the towns, two of the towns, Ramen. Damn, I would have really liked to keep that deck, by the way. Well, that's the second time I've done a full draft, and that I died immediately trying to do it. That was the only token that I had, by the way, the only gold token that I had.